What we do here is go back.
What's up? What's going on? Jace Jacobs here. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Let's jump on in and see what the universe has for us today. Just a little something, just a little nudge to help us raise up our vibration so we can have a much better day. All right, got a jar right here. I'm going to jump on in, do a little jiggle, a little wiggle. Let's see what we got here. I'm always excited to see what I have. Yeah, what's it gonna be? You know what? I'm not gonna do this one. I'm gonna put it to the side. There's nothing wrong with this. This is a beautiful little poetry title. There's nothing wrong with it. But you know what? I like intuition. And my intuition says I need a different poem today. So, what are you gonna do? I say roll with your intuition. So I'm gonna politely put this one back in the jar for another day. All right, so what's on my mind is, and especially if you saw yesterday's video, is, you know what, man, I've been rising out of it. I've been in a little bit of a funk, so I'm pulling myself out of there. And the best thing that I can think of to do for myself right now is I'm gonna do this poem called Forgiveness Letter. So I woke up this morning, I have forgiveness on my mind. It was time to let things go, and happiness I would find. So I began to write a letter to the one who hurt me. I would let it all out. It was time to set it free. I wrote every last detail. I left no stone unturned. I offered up forgiveness as my thoughtful letter burned. Releasing the pain felt great. And looking back, I could see embracing the idea of forgiveness was the best thing for me. All right, there you go. That's the poem right there. You know why I needed that poem? Because you know what? Forgiveness isn't always just for forgiving other people. Forgiveness is also for forgiving yourself, which is probably most important. Forgive yourself. And you know what? So what? I got in a little bit of a rut, got in a little bit of a funk. That's okay. I gotta forgive myself. I gotta work through it. So what I could easily do is just write a letter to myself and just put all the details in there. And basically what I'll end up doing at the end of that letter, I'll say, you know what? I know that you did the best that you could at that time. You did, right? And that's just what it is. Yeah, it is what it was. Did I just say it is what it is? It is what it was. It's not permanent. It doesn't have to stay that way. So write the letter, write it to myself. If you want to join me, raise your hand if you want to join me. You want to write a letter to yourself? Come on, let's do this. Let's collectively do this together. Throw out some forgiveness vibrations out into the world. Let's do this together. Write a letter to yourself. And it doesn't have to be very long, but just write out some stuff and let's just work through it. And bonus points at the end of that, after you've worked through it and you got that letter, bonus points if you burn it. You gotta burn that letter. Release it. Release it. Just let it go. So that's what I'm gonna work on. That's why I felt like I needed to skip a perfectly good poem earlier. You know, that post-it I pulled out. I needed to skip it. Let it go. I need something else. I wanna focus on forgiveness. And yeah, forgiveness feels good. Start the healing process. Gonna drop that hot coal so it's no longer burning my hand and move forward. All right, there you go. That's the poem there today. Quick little update. Thank you to those of you that have went out and picked up my book, my audiobook. I really appreciate it. You know, when you're at the when you're a relatively unknown, anybody who jumps in at the beginning, they're called early adopters, and they are the MVPs, because without them, you'll never make it over the hump. Eventually what happens is you get enough early adopters and then you get right over that peak and then it just takes off. You don't need any more early adopters because other people are like, hey, I don't want to be left behind. So I really appreciate those of you that jumped on there. Those of you that don't want to buy the book, I'm totally cool with that. You know, I want to do this stuff for free. Right? So those of you that don't want to buy the book, no worries, no shame or judgment for me. I would ask you, however, if you like what I do, would you be interested in getting the book for free? Because in the US and in the UK, I still have a ton of free credits. I originally said 25. I have way more than that. So I have a ton of free credit. So if you just don't want to buy the book, but you want the book, or you would like to help me, then get in contact with me. Let's hook you up with a promo code to get the book for free. I wish it was in all regions, but I don't think it's, I'll have to check on that again. I don't think it's available for free in all the regions, but you know what? I'll check on it. So you let me know, you check in with me, let me know what region of the world you're in, and I'll check it out for you. All right, this has been a fun little deal of me trying to embrace forgiveness. I'm Jace Jacobs. Appreciate everything. Love fully. Need nothing. Yeah, need nothing. Namaste, my friend. High five, knuckles. Later.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.